My name is Scylla, and today we're going to be going over another well-covered topic, which would be misconceptions within the Lolita community. I have with me 10 that come from within the community and 10 that come outside of the community. So let's go ahead and jump right in, starting with those from within. Misconception number 1, you are not a real Lolita unless you have brand. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I feel like this idea kind of stemmed from those either not in the fashion or those just entering the fashion who feel insecure maybe about not being able to jump right in, those who can't immediately afford to actually get brand items. I really can't think of anyone ever. I can't even think of trolls, honestly, who I've heard say that you aren't a real Lolita based off of who you're wearing. I've seen people judge based on how a person was wearing their clothes, but never based off of where the clothes came from. Let's just go ahead and clear it up now. If you wear your own handmade clothes, if you wear Bodyline or any kind of indie brand, if you thrift for your clothes and you can still make it Lolita, you are a Lolita. You do not have to have a closet full of AP and Baby and Moi-même Moitié. You don't need that. The names on your tags are not what make you a Lolita. It's how you wear your clothes. Misconception number 2 is black and white together automatically equals Ida, which is absolutely not the case because look at all these dresses here and they look totally fine. I know that a lot of people will say that in general it's hard to mix black and white together, just those two colors, but I feel that it shouldn't be that hard as long as you stay away from any lace monsters. Number 3, and I find that this one is really funny considering that it comes from both outside and also within. But Lolitas are elitist bitches. Lolitas are human. Humans are sometimes entitled. They're sometimes really kind and really nice. They're sometimes horrible, horrible people. If someone happens to give off the vibes that they are an elitist, that really has nothing to do with Lolita. That just means that they, as a human being, are that way. And they carry that entitlement with them in their fashion and every other situation in their life. Number 4, Gothic Lolita automatically equals wearing black and dressing up like Mana-sama. You don't have to feel limited to only wearing black and dark red lipstick. I will admit that black is a very popular color, however, there is also white included in Gothic. Dark jewel tones are also very popular. I myself do not wear Gothic Lolita, however, I really, really do love it. And I also feel like it's probably not my place, but I would just really love to see different kinds of experimental Gothic Lolita. Misconception number 5 would be that brands are inclusive and only make size small. It is true that the vast majority of the main brand names are size small/medium. However, there are larger sizes. And I'm not just talking about dresses with full shirring, although that is also extremely helpful. Like, there's several baby dresses that I've passed up getting because it would be too big for me to wear comfortably. I've also had to pass on a lot of Innocent World because they were too long. I'm not saying that they fit all sizes because we know that they don't, but please look at the measurements carefully if you think that they fit only a single size that is small. I've seen bigger girls fit into brand without having to alter or adjust the dresses, and I think you can also find helpful videos on YouTube, so if you're worried about that, I would definitely look into that. Number 6, brand whores. I've been into the fashion for 10 years now, and I honestly still do not know what a brand whore is. Like, I think in the beginning it started as those girls who specifically only sought out like angelic pretty and stuff like that, and judged other girls for not having purely angelic pretty dresses. Am I wrong? The truth, though, is that that kind of mentality is actually shunned among the majority of the community. So brand whore, the term, really became more of a joke. So I guess I have, as far as main pieces go, because I have a lot of indie and off-brand, I love thrifting for stuff. But my main dresses, the main pieces that I have, I guess, aside from two, they're all brand. So would that make me a brand whore? Am I a brand whore? I don't, like, I love indie dresses. I just haven't gotten around to getting that many yet. But I will, I plan on it. Like, I've never seen anyone judge someone else for not wearing brand. If you can manage to find a good lollyable item that you thrifted, lucky you. If you happen to make a really pretty dress yourself, wow, you're so talented. I don't. Misconception number 7, sewing your clothes is a lot cheaper than buying brand. It can be, depending on the materials you used, but I mentioned this before, but I much prefer to buy all my clothes secondhand rather than try and make them myself, because if I were to make them myself, to be able to make them the way that I want to make them, I would want high quality materials, and that costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time. So to me, it's just a lot more affordable to get things secondhand or find them thrifted and touch them up and make them better. Number 8, Lolitas are rich, especially if they can come up with more than a small handful of cords. Some, maybe they're rich, I don't know, but I feel that most are not rich, not at all, no. I'm sure some are more well off than others, but I think most know the struggle. Most of us have jobs, most of us have bills, and we just try and find a way. Number 9, you need to wear a wig and lashes and a pound full of makeup in order to look good with your clothes. No. Light makeup is okay. No makeup is okay. Tons of makeup is okay. The most important thing is that you are doing what makes you feel the most confident. You definitely don't need a wig. Most just choose to wear them because it's a lot easier than having to style their own hair, and they can make several different looks out of it with several different colors of their choosing without having to actually color their hair. Although I will admit that the general consensus is that you should be wearing at least a little bit of makeup and have your hair styled, only because if you don't, you'll stand out a little bit. Just because the fashion by default is very intricate. Even if you have the simplest cord, it's still way more extravagant than any kind of normie clothes. So while you don't have to get totally dolled up, again, it'll stand out just a little bit if your hair is all kinds of messy and just hanging there loosely. But again, if you feel confident the way that you are without styled hair and no makeup, then that's entirely your prerogative. You do you first. Number 10, the fashion is far too strict. This one has honestly always confused me. To me, Lolita is defined by 3 different things: a big poofy skirt, modesty, and balance. So long as you have these 3 things, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I honestly feel like just about anything you can get away with as long as you do it right. Is that a challenge right there? Maybe? One day? We'll see. And now for part 2, we're going to go ahead and cover misconceptions from outside of the community. Number 1, Lolita fashion is named after the book. No. Number 2, Lolita is cosplay. No. Number 3, Lolita is a fetish. No. As much as people don't want to hear this, there is probably a small tiny percentage of people out there who like to use Lolita as a kink, but Lolita itself has absolutely nothing to do with it. We don't want it. We don't want to be associated with it. And I'm fairly certain that the majority with kinks keep Lolita totally separate. If you are a male sissy watching this, I am really happy that you are following your passion. However, please do not show up to any meets. I can guarantee you will make all the Lolitas there uncomfortable. If you are super into BDSM and you're a mega submissive and you want to go to a meetup with your boyfriend with your collar and maybe even a little chain, and you want to call him sir or master or daddy, please do not. While it might not be inherently sexual to you, you are still exposing yourself to other people without their consent. There could be minors there. I'm just saying, please. Misconception number 4. Lifestylers are the norm within the Lolita community. A lot of people actually just aren't able to wear it on a daily basis. They either have jobs or they just have other fashions that they like to wear. So while there are plenty of people who wear it mostly on a daily basis, I think most don't. And I don't think that there's anyone out there who thinks that not being able to wear it every single day makes you less Lolita. Number 5, only younger people can wear Lolita. There is no age limit at which you must stop wearing Lolita. You may outgrow it. You may wear the clothes and suddenly one day think that you look not as great as you used to. That sounds really wrong. I mean, you age. So one day you might notice that I have all these wrinkles on my face. Should I really be wearing this super sweet, angelic pretty? What you choose to do is entirely up to you. Also, let's go ahead and take a look. Who is actually buying all the clothes? People with money. Who has money? Adults. So long as you can put the dress and the clothes on you, you can be a Lolita. Number 6, if you are into Lolita fashion, you must obviously be in love with Japan and love anime and manga. It is true that a lot of people do want to go to Japan. I'm assuming it's to go buy the clothes because the clothes there are really awesome. And it's also true that plenty of people probably were first exposed to Lolita either through manga or anime. However, that doesn't mean that everybody is into that. Just because sometimes I dress up like a princess, that doesn't automatically mean I'm kawaii desu. Piku 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 piku. Sugoi. Koni ga daisuki desu. Just no. However, if you are like that, then good for you. Number 7, we wear the clothes for attention. No. There are people out there who love the attention. However, I'm pretty sure that most of us would rather just be able to get through our day without any comments or anybody noticing. To anyone out there who has told you, oh, well, because you're dressed like that, you obviously wanted me to take your picture. Number 8, we are living dolls. I honestly would love to look like a doll. Like, have you seen dolls? They are gorgeous. They're just so perfect and beautiful and pretty and... But yeah, we're not trying to be dolls. We're just wearing really pretty clothes. Number 9. Lolitas are sweet and innocent and pure, and they don't swear ever. Again, Lolitas are human. Some drink and smoke and kill and steal and do really bad things and say mean words. What they wear does not define who they are. At least, heads up people, what you wear should not define who you are. But for the most part, from what I've seen, Lolitas are really nice, normal, chill people. Have you ever bought something from another Lolita the way that they package stuff all cute, and they throw little extra gifts in there. What is that? That is just so nice and so sweet. What is this? Is this a scrunchie? They threw in a cute little scrunchie? They threw in a little ring? Oh my god, what is this little normie headband, but it's got a bow on it? It's so cute. Oh my god. Like, the way I see it, everyone's just trying to help each other, really. And it's actually really comforting. If you happen to have ever crossed paths with a mean Lolita, please don't take it to heart. It just means that either they were having a bad day or they're a mean person, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the community. And don't be afraid to try interaction again with somebody else. Number 10, you have to be a girl to wear it. Not the case, as we already know that brolitas are a thing. There's also aristocrat, and actually on this note, you must also be skinny and white to wear the fashion, and also young and short. You have to have bangs, otherwise, no. Whatever your gender, whatever your size, whatever your age, you are still allowed to dress however you want. Whatever your ethnicity or skin color is, it is entirely irrelevant. Anybody can look good in Lolita. Please, and I know it's hard because even I still feel this way sometimes, but please do not think that you are not good enough for Lolita. Do not ever think that you can't do it because this or that. The only thing that gets in the way of you doing that is money. To be honest, money. You can be thrifty, but it still costs money. But aside from that, please do not ever tell yourself that you aren't allowed to wear a fashion for a certain reason. And yeah, so that concludes today's topic. If there's anything I left out, feel free to remind me in the comments below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If not, maybe next time. But I will see you